there.
And with like the bridesmaids?
Yeah. I was like, I'm one of her best friends. She didn't really have a maid of honor. She just had all, it was like very casual.
Yeah.
It's okay. Thanks for asking. Before your nervous moment, you still ask other people things about their lives. It's really nice. Hi, Sakib. We're so like grateful that you stayed awake until this time for Aphiwe.
Thank you very much.
You can like also just like relax in the back there. Oh, he left.
Will be joining us today?
Did you say?
Rituja, will she be joining us today?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Sag is coming here.
Okay.
There we go. Sagnik's here.
Great.
Your friend Amile. Glad to get to meet her too.
Yeah. Hi, Sagnik.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Okay.
Hi, Aphiwe.
I'm sorry if I get disconnected sometime because my internet is really betraying me right now.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Happens.
Just glad that you guys could make it.
Seriously.
What? Let's get a phone
Yeah.
call? Sure.
I think your mom is going to want to talk to
Yeah, I think I'll skip the phone call.
Sir, madam, you have a lovely home.
Gee.
Why are you freaks still here? Get out of my house! Hey, don't you talk to us that way! Yeah!
There we go. Sorry.
Don't worry. I know how to get that out. I'll text the deets. We looked everywhere. I guess China's dad decided to pull out of the ant program. Hey, what's all that music stuff?
I'm gonna mute you until it's time.
China!
Oops. Oh, good. I'm glad to see you too, Amelia.
I'm so sorry.
Now
Hi, Nichao.
Everybody, I hope we'll get to know each other through this. So we could start.
Okay. So should we start right now?
Yeah, you're good.
So how's everyone's day been?
I don't know.
Well, for me, it is kind of, I didn't have a lot to do today. I was just sitting around and practicing my songs and everything because I have an event coming up. So,
Awesome. Cool.
I'm literally so glad to hear that, Sagnik. You always have 5,000 things like and can't say no. It makes me so joyous to know that you're motorcycling and writing songs. Like that needs to happen for you and your brain and your creativity, honestly. That's
yeah.
great. I haven't been outside yet and I want to be outside. I've been on a lot, like I woke up and didn't sleep much, but I'm okay.
Yeah. Should we like wait a little longer?
You should start. I'll keep messaging the students to see that they can come. Okay.
Okay, cool. So welcome guys and thank you for coming. So we're just gonna start with a few icebreakers just to get the mood started. And so we're gonna be doing a few would you rather questions. So for the first option, you would put number 1, and then for the second option, you'd put number 2. So would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak all the foreign languages?
Oh, this is an interesting question. Yes, I would also choose. Do we have to like type in or do we have to say?
You can say it, most
Oh,
definitely.
yeah. I would like talking to animals actually.
Yeah. Okay, why is that?
Because I feel like, in this world nowadays, animals are like really, really pure. If you get in contact with an animal and if you love them really, they literally like stick by your side till the end of their lives. The act of kindness, they literally like keep on returning to you.
Yeah.
So I feel like speaking to them would be like much better than, getting to know all the foreign languages, because if I do that, I might be able to like talk to a lot of people, make a lot of collaborations, but then, you know, we can never like ignore the negativity that's outside. So like, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Would anyone like to go up next? Amelia, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I would say animal, but like both. I want to do both, but I also want to learn like foreign languages and also want to talk to animals, because all the time I wonder what my dogs are saying, and when they're looking by the door, and every single time when I arrive they bark. I just wonder what they're saying. I just want to do both because I want to communicate with a lot of people around the world. At the same time, I want to talk to animals. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so how about you, Kelsey?
My initial reaction was to say the humans, because I actually like I care about people a lot more than animals, unfortunately. I like animals. I want them to do their thing, like wild, like go out and be wild. But now that like everybody, that's tapping into a whole different area that we haven't at all. That sounds like actually way more useful for us all to hear what the animals are saying. So maybe I would go with it. And I like Sagnik really won me over as he said that they are so pure. It's like, it's so true. I don't think that they would speak in words, obviously, but I would be curious as to what, like, what do they feel? Like some weird mixture of feelings that we don't have. That sounds nice.
Yeah. I definitely would say number one as well. I mean, who wouldn't want to talk to animals and be able to understand them better? Okay, so the second one would be, would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
Both sound too dangerous. I can't.
Yes. Oh my God. This is like so hard.
Yeah.
I regret so many things and I used to want to go back in time, but I'm done with that. I don't want to. I think that it was happened the way it's supposed to happen.
Well,
so maybe.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just too lazy to click on rewind and do all my classes all over again. No, thank you. I'd rather click on pause, get my shit together, and continue.
Yeah. I feel the opposite though. I would rather be able to like rewind, because I mean at the same time, if you really think of it, when it comes to like rewinding, you would also like maybe alter some times in like your future and so on. But I mean, just the sound of it sounds awesome. Yeah. And then Nichal also mentioned that he would pick rewind if he has to choose. I wouldn't rewind much though. Maybe just use it for giving a better comeback to people. Definitely. Yeah. And then the last one would be, would you rather have all the time in the world or all the money in the world?
Easy. Yes.
I would also go with time to gather all the money in the world. So.
Why with time though?
I'll just take the time so that I can work and gather all the money of the world, so I get both.
Yeah. Awesome. Anyone else want to go next? I mean, for myself, if I were to really think of it, I would say time as well, because time is pretty precious, and you can always get money, but then what good would that really do you instead of like time? Right. So yeah.
Fighting for things is more time.
Yeah. Nichal says time, yes, law. Afraid it might be depressing. Definitely. Okay. So now I'd like you guys to pretty much just introduce yourselves and just say like one fun or like weird fact about yourself as well.
Samara is here too. We're just gonna welcome you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi. So I'll just like repeat the prompt so you can also take part. So right now we're introducing ourselves, and you have to also mention one fun or weird fact about yourself.
All right. So my name is Samara. One weird fact about me. That's like I'm me. That's a weird fact. Well, there's nothing in general, to be honest. I would like to, if somebody else goes first, I might have to think.
Okay. I'll go first, just like started. So hi, I'm Aphiwe Tole. I'm 16 years old and I'm from South Africa. And I'd say a fun or like weird fact about me is I skip a lot whenever I walk. So that's pretty weird. I mean, it's fun too, because I mean, it's really fun. I mean, skipping is pretty fun. And I feel like it depends at time, like depending on my mood, but I skip a lot. So yeah.
Like really, really well.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Should I go next?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm Shagnik. I'm 16. Sorry, I'm not 16. I'm 17. I just turned 17. I keep on
Oh, okay.
forgetting that. I'm sorry. So I'm 17, and thank you. And I'm from India. I guess a crazy fact about me is that I have a type of poisonous instinct, because I most of the times I can anticipate things way before others do. So like
Yeah.
it kind of helps, but also at times it's kind of dangerous. So like yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
Okay. Hi, my name is Amelia Chwayo. I'm 17. I'm from South Africa. Why would I say something that's weird about me? It's like I laugh at difficult situations. Like I laugh most of the time. Like if things are not funny, I just laugh. I don't know why, but it's like that's the weird thing about me. Like
Awesome. Okay, now we're just gonna like pretty much just like jump into the intro of Cure. So Kelsey, if you can you please maybe oh, it's just okay. Nichal just introduced himself. He said, I'm Nichal from India. I sometimes like to form fictional concepts as solutions for my day-to-day problems. Awesome. Okay. So Kelsey, if you can you please screen share the video that I sent you? That's it. Thank you.
Oh, yay. Remo's here. Let me know when we're ready.
Okay, great.
Coming from the MUN. Cool.
Okay, so what is CURE? CURE is a diverse community aiding the revolution. Oh, sorry. CURE is a diverse community aiding the revolution by educating people on race, racism, how to be anti-racist, and influence others to do so too. So that's pretty much our objective. To pretty much just approach people, form a diverse community, whereas like we can help educate them in terms of like different sorts of races, including like all races, and how we can pretty much aid them with the tools to be able to tackle racism and how to also influence others to be anti-racist. So how will we be doing that? So we will be doing that by ending the intimidation and discomfort of speaking about race and racism through teamwork exercises with people from different racial backgrounds and tools such as online learning materials and a cultural diversity program. So this will lead you to a world of beautiful and accepted diversities, one of a true human race. Okay. So how will this be implemented? So this will be implemented through interactions and progress on the Cureville platform. But many could question, what is Cureville? Cureville is a community where people come together, communicate, grow, and work towards what they can do to make this world more accepting and open to all diversities. So what we have a part of the Cureville platform is teamwork competitions, weekly mysteries challenges, communication blogs, a Wallflower Valley blog, which also belongs to Cureville, and individual competition portals as well. And we have much more to offer. So many would ask themselves and ask us, what is our impact? So our impact on society and the world as a whole will be the manifestation of missing traits in our humanity, such as respect and acknowledgement of all racial backgrounds, the reevaluation of one's views and opinions of others, and many more. So we will be working towards the good of the people, for the people, and providing them with quality resources to use in order to save mankind. So I remember one of our stakeholders asked, what is Cure's main goal in 3 years? And so I'd say cure, our solution would be a cure and a solution to the world's problem of reducing all racial inequalities and racism for all races. So a platform that is being adopted in schools, workplaces, and any other social body that has a human value to it. One that is practiced by children, teens, and adults. So an organization that cures humanity. Sorry. Okay, so CURE is the portal to the future of equality, unity, and peace. Okay, so thank you guys for being a part of this program. So I would like to ask you guys if you have any questions, queries, or any responses before we go into the next prompt.
You've worded things so lovely, like really, really descriptive, Aphiwe.
Thank you. So anyone have anything to ask, any queries, anything really? Okay, so Kelsey, Kelsey will be helping us. Okay, yes.
So will it be through like different people assisting the people who sign up for the program, or will you be running like everything at once? And then is there a cost that we need to pay to join? And like how long will the program be? The duration of it?
Okay, so you don't have to pay anything at the moment. And so the program as a whole, I'll be operating it at first. And then as we move on, I will be also getting people to help me along, because we eventually want to grow the community as a whole. So the program will be running for about 2 weeks or so, but then I'd say the maximum would be 2 weeks. So yeah, anything else?
No, thank you.
I have a question. So you said that different from people from different racial backgrounds will be like doing activities. So I wonder what kind of activities would they be?
Yeah, so we have like a lot of activities, such as we could give you like a task to go out to come together in like a Zoom call or so, and then we can maybe ask you guys to build a project, whereas like you guys come together, you'll pretty much build a project around your cultures and your diversities, and then share it with one another. And then you also get to like compete in like challenges and just like competitions as a whole, and you get to like be in teams as well, competing in teams. So I'd say the projects that I could give you guys are something around like racial backgrounds and just understanding each other's diversities as a whole, if that makes any sense.
No, that's great. Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Anyone else?
Sagnik was asking about the Wallflower Valley.
Oh yeah. Let me just check it. Okay, yeah, sure. So Wallflower Valley was a blog that I started before here, and it's where I pretty much come to address world issues, world problems, and just like talk about it. And I also like share my poetry onto it. And so it's just like a platform, whereas like we speak out about things that aren't really being spoken about, and we share art. And you can also communicate as well on the blog and just share whatever you need to share, comments and so on. So yeah. Okay, so now we will be breaking out into breakout rooms. And the prompt would be, okay, and so the prompt would be, we would require you guys to pretty much talk about why people are intimidated or uncomfortable when it comes to talking about race. And then you also need to like come up with any solutions as to how we can make people more comfortable when it comes to speaking about race, discussions in them, and how they can't feel intimidated as well. So does everyone understand that?
Yep.
Sounds good.
How long do they have in the rooms? Hey, you are so good. Oh my God.
I think I jumped into the breakout room by mistake. Was I
Oh,
supposed
no.
to be in it?
I don't know either. Like sometimes I used to like to go to breakout rooms. I want to be a part of it, but I feel like it's like they should talk privately. Like they all say more sometimes without having like a leader in the space, honestly. But you are this like really perfect mixture of like energy and we're comfortable, but you're like solid and you're smooth. Like and they feel like it's genuine, but you're also not like you're smooth. You're not shaky.
Yeah. Okay. That's
It's
great.
really engaging. It's really engaging. And I think you're moving through things at a good pace. You're like explaining things well and then kind of like ready for the next. And I think this is great. Like this is a great question. I'm excited to hear what they have to say. And we still have a lot of time too. So it's good that we can like put time into the actual activities.
Yeah, sounds good. Awesome. I was actually nervous a little bit. I won't lie.
No, I'm always nervous for our Saturday contests. I'm low-key always nervous. Like I hate like instructing and explaining and like I get frazzled. So
yeah,
it doesn't show. It really doesn't show that you're nervous either. It's like people are, I think they're liking. Oh, so good. I'm so glad that Remo was able to come too after his MUN. It's a good group.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was the one that actually asked me about the whole where do I see cure in 3 years thing. So yeah, that was really awesome too.
That's so cool that you featured that up on your in your video. Like that feels great. You should have even mentioned that it was Remo.
Yeah.
It's such a variety. Like I think it's pretty perfect the amount of different things that you're like doing.
Yeah.
Getting my notebook paper ready. How much longer do you want to give them? Another 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Shall I tell them 2 minutes left?
Yeah. Please do.
Okay. Let me check my WhatsApp because I was texting a lot of people to come in.
Yeah. But in terms of like Kira as a whole, I was thinking that I really do like want to take it far, just like anyone else who feel with their own company. So I feel like in future I do want to like implement parts, whereas like we also offer our services like schools and workplaces, as I told you before. So yeah.
Give me a second. Aphiwe, can you repeat that? I was texting somebody. I'm gonna be honest with you. You said something about schools. Tell me.
Okay, so I was just saying that I wanted to like I was thinking like in terms of the future when it comes to this organization, like how we discussed before, like how I want to continue it and just like take it to like schools and workplaces and so on, for like them to implement.
That's what I'm saying is as actually there's, and some people are like mad about it, but there's a lot of like, this is people that are working at like Starbucks or places in the United States. They're taking courses on like racial inequality, and like some of them are like, they're not good courses sometimes. So I think that there's going to be a need for this, and if you can do it well, then like that's awesome. Then you can like wedge yourself in to some good opportunities, etc.
Definitely. So how many minutes like left in the breakout room?
I think we should close them. Let's close them.
Okay.
Let's 6 more seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay, great. Welcome back, guys. Okay. So now I hope you guys had like a lot of interaction and engaging going on and a lot of fun too. So now I would love it if we could share our insights as to what you guys discussed and so on.
Like is it please, if I'm not pronouncing it properly, please tell me, is it Amile or Amile?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, Amile and I just had the same views about the stigma and what caused different races to talk about why race is such a difficult issue, which goes back to slavery times, colonization, and here in South Africa, apartheid, because these are all events that happened, and the events that caused a chain reaction of people to be afraid of talking about race without offending the other race, not even if they intend on affecting the person next to them of a different race. So we talked about I talked about how maybe it could be implemented in education, maybe as an extracurricular activity. And Amila also thought about like many people being taught about it and through various platforms, not only in education. So yeah, that's the discussion we had, that it's because of past events that happened, which is why race is such a huge thing currently.
Definitely. Awesome. That's really good work. Okay, so Signique and Samira, any one of you want to share?
Yeah, so we talked about, firstly, you said, right, we have to discuss why are people so uncomfortable talking about racism. So we talked about it, and it was like, it's because certain people do not have certain questions, certain answers to certain questions, right? For instance, let's take, I said that a lot of children are supposed to be educated, but parents are afraid because they're afraid they don't have all the answers to the questions their children will ask, right? Because it's kind of confusing because of how because of how racism is in this world today. It's complicated because it's made complicated by us, again, by people. There's a factor which comes, right, why it's so uncomfortable talking about it. It's also us who made it that way. So I feel like parents are like afraid they don't have answers to several questions and various kind of questions their children would ask. Definitely, that also comes from the world. The solution we came up with was spreading awareness, right? We spread awareness and we kind of make people communicate with each other. That's how, like Sagnik said, that stepping into another shoe is how we get to find solutions to a problem.
Yeah. It's really good work, guys. Okay, so now the last activity that we have for you guys is pretty much a part of what Kier also offers, which is an anonymous block. So now, if you guys aren't on the chat, can you please send your numbers onto the chat? If you're not on the WhatsApp group, please send your numbers onto the Zoom chat.
I have everybody's number here. We're good.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So now what you guys are required to do is pretty much text Kelsey as to what racial what I can say is what sort of racism you've gone through or you've witnessed. And so you can just like share them to Kelsey. And then what she'll do is assign an anonymous person to pretty much view it and then write down as to what they would do in that situation and what solutions they could come up with. So does that make any sense?
Repeat the first step for everybody.
Okay, so you're going to be texting what racism occurrence that you witnessed or you've gone through to Kelsey, and then she'll send that to an anonymous person, and then that anonymous person needs to give a solution as to what they would do if they were in that situation.
Okay, so should I send it to WhatsApp like now?
Yeah. To Kelsey. Yeah.
Yeah. We were saying either you can handwrite it and send me a picture or just text. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A situation that you were in that happened to you maybe, or you witnessed happen to somebody else, and that involved like racial inequality.
Yeah.
We'll give you guys time.
Yeah.
Jaylene and Kiki might be coming right now too, so we'll just kind of fill them in if they can.
Okay.
I see Rumo typing. Sagnik and Samara and Amile, are you guys good? You're en route to do it?
Yes. I'm gonna write it somewhere else. I'm writing it somewhere else, and then I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah. I see Sagnik typing. Good. And oh, let me just text you, Amile, so you have my number too. Kiki. Hi.
Hi, Kiki.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Another SoFer in the house. Aphiwe, you could explain, or maybe just a short introduction and explain to Kiki where everybody's at.
Okay, so Kiki, right now, so what we're doing is you need to share a racial inequality occurrence or experience that you have gone through or witnessed to Kelsey, and then she will send that response to someone else, and that person needs to pretty much give a solution as to what they would have done in that situation.
And I just type that out and send it privately to her. Is that okay? Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I have a question. What time are we gonna end? Because the break session at MUN is nearly over, and I have to get back because I have the presentation is for the whole of next week, so I might need to bounce in like 10 minutes.
Okay, it's fine. You can just send your response to Kelsey.
Yeah, Remo sent his. Remo, I forwarded you somebody else's from the session, like the one that I had, so you can start to look at it, and then you can be the first to share in like 5 minutes. All right?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Miami. This baby's really cute. Hmm. These are amazing.
How far are we now?
So we had them from 4 people.
Okay. Sounds good.
And Amelia is typing, and Samara, I think, is handwriting. She'll be ready in a second.
Okay.
Hmm.
Kelsey, I just sent my response out.
I'm
and
reading
this
it.
is literally what happened at school. I mean, what I did was I literally went and complained to the teacher's HOD because this was unreasonable. Like everyone at school knows, teachers, no matter your race, you're there to teach. I mean, because someone's white or black doesn't mean you have to treat them differently. All our parents are paying school fees. We learn in the same education. We're basically on the same level. So they have no right to do that because it goes against your rights as a human being, like of the world or anything. So yeah, this is just really a
will you read out the one you got so that everybody knows the context, and then you can kind of share out what your response would have been and what you would have done, if you don't mind. Yeah.
No. So should I type in that one again?
Read the one that you received so we can all hear it, and then tell us your solution.
So it is when I was in grade 9, I went through racial discrimination, specifically discrimination based on skin color, because we were all Indians anyway. So she had been distributing exam papers and I had got marks more than the class topper. So like the class topper was mad about it, and when he complained to the teacher about it, she said, "I shall give you the marks," and she deducted my marks. Fun fact, when I asked her why, she said, "Because I like white kids." And my response was, what I would do is that I would immediately report it to the Department of Education along with my parents, because they are being cruel to you and undermining you based on race, which is against any world law. If possible, the teacher's teaching certificate needs to be taken. She is not to be ever to be led to teach again. And the boy who complained, I would tell him that is why inequality exists, because of people like him who can't congratulate other people, nevertheless their race. So I would just make sure the teacher never, ever, ever in their whole entire life gets to teach again, because what they're doing is extremely wrong. And what sucks is it happens in every school. It's happened in my school, because I don't know, like I really don't know why teachers are like this, because at the end of the day, life is about who you'll be in the future. So you giving people free marks based on their racial race and skin color is really not doing them any justice for themselves, because they will fail to understand the true meaning of the things they've learned in school, because they will always expect things on the silver plate. So that person you're discriminating knows the value of whatever they earned, and that they have to work hard for it, meaning they understand every true meaning of everything they get, which is the real value of life. So yeah, I'm done.
Thank you for sharing. It's really
no problem.
Yeah,
that was honestly so good.
True.
Thank you.
Remos got it. I will removing her and like making it known to a lot of places, and where she has to like think through what just happened and like figure, she has to address what she just did too, would also be kind of valuable for the movement and progress of things, potentially. I don't know exactly how, but sometimes I think people need to relive what they just did in order to like see how it, like why that was wrong. Like it's sad that they have to, but like, I don't know. I think that they should.
Definitely agree, because I feel like that also like influences that kid that got the mouse back to have this mentality that I can do whatever I want because I am of this certain race, that if I were to have that chance again, I would get away with it, and I feel like that also like it pretty much contributes to the cycle of raising I would say, well, biased people in a way and like racist people in a way, because now I feel like they're open to this world, whereas like they feel like I have this privilege in a way, like I can't get away with this next time. So yeah, thank you for sharing. So, yeah.
No problem. I mean, like white what's this, I forgot the word I'm trying to say. White privilege, yeah, there you go. is something which exists, and I'm very lucky to know a lot of teachers who happen to be of different races, but don't even teach based on race. They teach because of what a learner can do. I mean, it's a very few white people, Indian people, like anyone who still teaches their children nowadays that the other race is the minority race, which is something which, to be honest, yeah, I don't know, those people need praise or something, because they're not doing their children any justice. And you end up why people think, okay, so I don't have any black friends, I don't have any Indian friends. Why? Because your parents taught you from a young age that because you're black, you're supposed to hang out with black students. So if our parents could get a better view on the true meaning of race, because it's not the child's fault at the end of the day. A child only does what they taught at home. So if we help the parents know the reality of race, we are automatically changing the chain reaction of the upcoming generations, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Is there anyone else?
So everyone's been sent the new, like the anonymous scenario. So that was amazing, Remo. Sagnik, would you like to read the one that you received and tell us like how you'd, sorry, Aphiwe, you
Sure.
can call on. Yeah.
Yeah. So the one I got says situation where minorities in school were not getting much call for action or a voice in school because the school board didn't think racial issues in the media relate to racial issues in the school. So this is actually like a big issue which happens in a lot of schools. So first of all, I would think that the first thing which people should get into their heads is that you cannot fight with a crocodile while being in the water. So you have to be you have to plan before like taking any actions, just getting agitated and doing something all alone might just get you a little forward, but they can literally like crush all your um, forces. So I would suggest to kind of like gather more people first. If you feel like you're not getting your voice or you're not being allowed to have a power, find out how many people are feeling the same way. Because if you're talking about the minorities, even the minorities, like get them together, and then think politically, where are the weak points of the school board, or how can we actually show them that this is a real issue, this is how it's affecting us. Because if they don't see it, they won't be able to feel it as well. Try to make them understand what you're feeling by putting them into your shoes, you know what I mean. um, and if you feel like you cannot do it alone, talk about it to like maybe someone at school who actually you know loves you or respects you or treats you kindly, someone who understands your problem. Talk to them about it, because in such situations taking actions alone can be a little difficult. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you for that technique. And I feel like it is very important for us to just like come together as one and help each other, uplift each other from this oppression and just from all these unnecessary racial inequalities. So thank you for sharing. Kiki?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Personally, I didn't get anything sent to me.
Okay, it's fine. Samara?
I can go.
Yeah.
I think this story is about the accident is that we're busy with a topic at school, and that the topic is what does it mean to be black, Asian, colored in South Africa? And this topic caused a little bit of tension, and we were asked what do we think it is like. At first, I had a hard time to respond at to make anyone feel targeted because of their race. So it was a bit hard talking about it, and I ended up being even though I didn't know what to do and how to respond without. I feel like I think it's all about the perspective of those around you, like in the midst of conversation. This isn't to say that you should be two-faced, but tailor your main points to your audience. Be careful, but ultimately be straight up. Like part of the reason we're still afraid to talk about race in this world is because no one is truly honest about their views. So I feel like just tailor your points to what you actually mean. Yes, that's it.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Okay.
You're welcome.
Amelia? Amelia?
Oh, okay. So what I said was that we were about to discuss something about apartheid in like school. So like one of my white friends said, why are we doing this topic? Like, haven't we gone through this already? Why do we have to learn about this? Because we weren't alive during this time. So like I didn't like literally think about it at the time, and like I put it aside. And then like later on it affected me, and I was like, what's wrong with her? And like so the message I got was like, okay. Sorry, I have to go for a while now. Sorry.
Okay.
Samara, thanks for what you said as well. It's true, and I wish it was easier for everybody to like speak openly. Should I reveal who had who? Just a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Samara, yours was actually Remo's, and Remo again like really loved what you had written there, and it's like I don't know, good to see the perspective. Kiki, yours was Sagnik's so far. Sagnik, you had. Oh, am I messing this up? Just give me a second. Actually, we still have one more person to share, right?
No, Amelia was.
I think Remo had mine.
Yeah, Remo's was sent to Samara. Sagnik's was sent to Remo. Kiki's was sent to Sagnik. Samara's was sent to Amile, and Amile's was sent to Kiki.
Wait, sorry. So who did I get? I didn't understand.
You received Remo's. That was the one you had.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. And Remo, I was like really glad to read it as well, to be honest, as like I've told like Aphiwe a lot, and it's like it is sometimes super hard for white people to speak about race. Like it really is, like myself, etc. And so like to hear that you were like, you know, felt like you were walking on eggshells as well. You like didn't know, you didn't want to offend, you weren't able to like grasp and articulate fully what you wanted to in that setting. You know, I feel like everyone is. So it's like I'm so excited for students like you guys to like bust it open and like continue to get better at this, and people will get better at it if you keep doing it. Oh, Remo might have to go.
Thank you, Kelsey. Guys, this was really informative. I learned a lot, got to see other people's point of views. Aphiwe, I wish Cure the best, and I'm gonna have to bounce, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you. All right. So I believe that is all, right, Kelsey? That's all we have to do.
You can close however you'd like.
Okay, so guys, I just want to thank you all for coming, and it is very much appreciated. And all your stories and just like feedback. It was amazing. And just thank you, really. So have a good day, have a good night, and yeah.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah,
definitely.
Literally perfect. So perfect. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you're amazing as well. I wish you all the best too. I hope you get to be a part of things.
Thank you. I want to thank you too as well. You've helped me a lot with this. I thought it was just gonna go sideways. Thank you.
This was such a good one. I'm like wildly impressed. And hopefully like you can continue to do things this week with everybody here who was here.
Definitely.
Do you want me to add Remo and Nechal to your group chat?
Yes, please.
Okay. Good. Get to sleep now. This was so good. I feel so happy, like honestly now. Like they said fabulous things. I can send you all the ones that they sent me. So you'll have them as well if you wanted to like feature them anywhere. Their scenarios.
All right. Thank you. I think Remo's already in the group.
Yeah, Remo is. I think it's just Kiki and Nechal. Oh, Remo's in the group. Yeah, just Kiki and Nechal. I can add to the group.
Okay. Thank you, Kelsey.
You did awesome. Like you've worked so hard in so many directions, and I'm so glad that so many ideas were able to like come together. And I know that there's like a whole 3-page Microsoft document of more ideas. So like you'll just keep finding ways to like implement them and try them in the continuous use of the ideas as well. But definitely feature what people had said here, like somewhere. It's a great thing for others to see.
Yeah, I will. Definitely.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.